Right, so today I'm going to show you something that I have found, which is one of the very few investment opportunities that so far has been reliable. So we're obviously going to talk about Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency, which some people say it's a complete scam, and some people say it's the future of the world. How I see it is, I see it as another financial structure entity that no, a bit different to others um, the, that are already in place on this planet, and it actually possesses amazing opportunities for investment because it's a new organism. So it's a fairly new organism compared to other financial systems that are in place. So a lot of people have been already disappointed with Bitcoin investment. So have I. I've lost about £3,000 on Bitcoin mining a few years ago. But it doesn't mean that it's not investable. It's actually highly investable. You just need to make right decisions and find the right sources. And today what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I believe I have found so far a reliable investment, which will bring 1.4% per day, 5 days a week out of 7 on your investment. So what are we going to talk about is simply Bitcoin mining, which is calculating the transactions, the mathematical calculations that need to be done for the transactions, and these are being done by big computers around the world, and these computers verify these transactions. This is called mining. So you used to be able to get into mining a long time ago even with your own computer. Then the complications of calculations have changed and moved on to graphic cards. And then what has happened is you needed a special mining equipment or calculating equipment made for that purpose, which consumes a lot of electricity, which people were not able to afford anymore. That is why a lot of mining farms have appeared around the world where the electricity is cheap and people can invest money into buying these devices. So when you take part in mining, you chip in to the whole bunch of computers, and then you take part in the verification process of these transactions that Bitcoin sends, that are being used for Bitcoin. So they're all encrypted, and that's why you need to have a lot of computing power to do that, to verify the transaction. So investment in mining is something that you can buy a cloud mining, you can buy hardware if you want, which will cost significant amount of money, or you can chip in into a group of miners that are around the world, and this is what we're going to talk about today. So there's different companies around the world which will offer you these fantastic services. A lot of them is reliable. Most of them is not necessarily reliable, and they will disappear over the course of 1 year or 2 years or 6 months, as soon as they get the money from people. So after losing some amount of money and being in business for several years now, I've learned my lessons, and I've tested this so far. So good. So this opportunity has come to my knowing, which is very good opportunity. So these guys are called Continental Miners, and Continental Miners have been on the market for not that long, for about 3 years now, and these guys are in China, basically. So they are in Hong Kong, where they're still using cheap electricity as coal-based. So what they do, they have got a huge mining farm where they use these kind of devices for mining, and then you take part in this process, but and then getting 1.4% per day return. So how does this work is you invest in Bitcoin and then you get return on that Bitcoin. So they have been on the market for, I think I said, 3 years. They say here that it's fully licensed and registered company in Hong Kong that mines and trade bitcoins daily. So it's not only mining but also trading. They trade Bitcoin. That's why they make money. They've got different robots that trade for you. So they do it in their system based on your investment. They say it's 1.88%. It was the case before Bitcoin fork. So we're talking about a week or 2 weeks ago there was a Bitcoin fork. And then the investment has dropped to 1.4% for the next several months, and then it is going to go back to 1.8 when the things will stabilize. So 1.4 at the moment and 1.8% per day. Later investment based on the Bitcoin mining and Bitcoin trading as well. So these guys, they know what they're doing. They're trading Bitcoin. So every investment is 180 days. So invest for that kind of purpose. So in general, you're looking at continental miners who have been on the market for 3 years. They are based in China, in Hong Kong, using mining equipment for the purposes of Bitcoin mining, and they trade mining on Forex, on the Forex exchange, foreign exchange trading markets. So that's basically in a nutshell. These guys can be verified. There's not so much information about them available. I'm not going to lie to you. There's no so much in-depth information about Bitcoin. Everybody can make a website like this. So what I did, I've tested some money on the Bitcoin on this investment. Initially I started with $50, then I've invested 450, I think, and then reinvested a few things, and then I think my balance is about 500 something at the moment. I'm not quite sure. So, but we'll check that in a minute. So you can do that. So this investment, as many other companies, will offer that, either cloud services or cloud mining services or trading services. These guys combine the two. So for the purposes of this video, I've made a special group on the Telegram where we communicate, where I can take people through the process, but also and this is where we go from moving into from getting the information, moving into investment if someone wants to start the investment. So how does this work? We use Telegram, and Telegram is another form of communicator, like a messenger. So it's less popular, but it's actually quite reliable. It's available on the phone and on the desktop as well. So I kind of like it. A lot of people are using this actually. So once you join Continental Miners, you will be asked, well, you will have that kind of a panel. That kind of a panel will tell you what this is, what do you need to know, all these simple things here, which is balance, deposit, transactions, withdraw, reinvest, TM, FAQ, and support. This will be dealt with by a robot. Unless you click on support, you can actually speak to a live person, which is quite cool. Because I did have a support question and I got message back about midnight or something like that, almost within about 10 minutes. So that's quite cool. It seems that these guys are very operational. So what you can do is so when you open up this account for this investment, obviously then you will have to, if you want to start investing into this program, I will show you how it works. Then you will need to invest in pay in Bitcoin into their wallet. So you need to have a Bitcoin wallet, which is, for example, Coinbase. This one. So you need to have a wallet, and then you will need to have put some money into this wallet and send the investment to their wallet. So once you start a new account, your balance will be obviously zero. Then what you need to do is you need to invest into their wallet, and the investment will automatically be assigned to you as long as there is 2 confirmations on the transaction. So it tells you here, silver plan, minimum deposit of 0.28 Bitcoin, maximum deposit is 2 Bitcoins, you will get 1.44% daily. Gold plan is 2.1 Bitcoin to 15 Bitcoin. Profit is 2%, 22 daily. And then VIP obviously is 15 to 100 Bitcoin, it's 3.7% daily. And that's 360 days instead of 180 days. So this is, it will generate you a deposit and then the wallet address, and then it will ask you to send some money into this. So once you send money into this wallet, your investment will start, and this is what will be looking like. So these are my last transactions, but I'm going to show you balance. What we want to see is balance. So this is, robot will actually tell you things. So your active total investments, which are here, let's have a look how much we've got. BTC to USD. So currently we got $577. So out of that we're making daily so we're making daily 8% return on the investment. So even if we were leave that for 100 days, that's $800. That's more than I have invested, and then I've got still 80 days left on making pure profit on that investment. So these are my investments. My investment is that I can reinvest whatever I have earned, but to reinvest you can only reinvest 0.0028. So that means that you can reinvest your investments, and then you can actually do something which is called a compound interest. So this is the plan that I have, is to reinvest for 100 days and then do a compound interest effect, which will generate me $1,400 based on my $400 investment. So I'm going to make extra 1,000 on that. So that's the idea from rough calculations. But anyhow, just to tell you a little bit more about this is you can see my transactions, which is earnings. A lot of these are earnings, and then you've got investment. Then I have done a withdrawal, which 0.0019, which is important to you guys because you will probably question, can I actually withdraw from it, because I had questions like that before, and the answer is yes. It's almost instantly. So the withdrawal is 0.00194461, and that's basically that. The withdrawal transaction has been completed. So I've tested the withdrawals from these guys. This is a transaction, 222 confirmations. So it was a small transaction, $18 I have withdrawn from it. So it is there, it's possible, it's working. These guys, they don't play around. It's all automated system to initiate investments and withdraw investments. So the earnings are being given to you every day around midnight or night time. And depending on how many investments you've got, you will have different transactions sent to you, different earnings transactions. So if you have got, I have got these investments here. For each investment, I will get a message sent to my Telegram of 1.4% value of these investments. So I'll get few of these messages at night, or evening, or in the morning, depends. From Friday to Monday. Monday I get messages as well. So this is how it operates. It gives you then the whole idea of how much you've earned. You can withdraw those money, although your withdrawals are limited to 3 withdrawals per month, just to not to overwhelm the system. But it's a long-term investment that I am looking into making, and I do recommend this now after testing period. I've recommended this to someone to someone who is interested in actual tested Bitcoin investment. So how do I look at it? There's plenty of that kind of companies around the world, and they will scam you, they will take money from you. I have been very skeptical about this myself. This has been recommended to me by my friend, who I very respect, and she said to me, look, you take a risk, you pay $50 in, and you get it back, and then you make money on the rest. As long as you make your investment back, then then we're good, and that's what she's done. She's already made her investment back. I have decided that I can actually afford to lose this money if that was the case. So I have been testing this platform if it's actually bringing money, if it makes money, and I have spoken to several people who actually doubled their earnings or reinvestment, so invested money and then pull out the double several months ago. And this is actually something that is working. So how do I look at it? It's another project, it's another investment that I take a risk on. We never know when these companies will collapse, if they will collapse. It shouldn't be the case if everything is working, but we've seen a lot of these companies just disappear along the way. I don't think this is going to happen, but if it will, then so be it. At the moment, it's working. At the moment, people are making money on it. We are a group of continental miners, so the miners around the world are taking part in the big mining projects, especially that now Bitcoin has increased to almost 10,000 USD, which is now profitable to mine Bitcoin again, where it wasn't for last couple of years when the Bitcoin dropped down even to $3,000 per Bitcoin. So this is the time where I think it is profitable. That's why I have been invited to take part in this. That's why I'm taking the opportunity. Now, what we have done is I've created a group with my dear friend of continental miners. If you want to know more, I would invite you to this group. Then we can actually talk more. I can show you screenshots. I can show you transactions, whatever you've seen on this video, I can explain a bit more, but the rules are very simple. You join Continental Miners. It would be best if you come to us, and then we will guide you through the investment process. Join Continental Miners, invest in Bitcoin, either wait and pull out the money or wait and reinvest, doing a compound interest rate, and then, or a compound interest method, and then you can also recommend this to other and make commissions out of recommendations, which is obviously creating a network of other investors. So we always say to people, start very small. If you don't trust, if you are wary, start with the amount that you can actually afford to lose. We always say start with $50, and you see how this goes, see how it operates, see if you can withdraw the money. It will not give you millions at the moment, but if you decide ever to invest a bit more, then you can do a compound interest on it, and then you can actually double or triple your investment. Yeah, so we welcome you to this special group that I've created, Real Bitcoin Investment, and then based on that, our guidance, and we can talk here based on our knowledge, we can guide you through the process. If you're interested, click on the link below this video to join the Telegram group, and then we will welcome you to this group and guide you through the process. So yeah, thank you very much for listening, and I wish you good luck in your investment.